Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. Guys, if you don't understand the big picture, or if you only listen to people that tell you what you want to hear, and you have bad information, you're going to have bad results. And I don't want that to happen to you. Now, you know, I've been making a lot of videos harping on how to take profits, when to take profits, trying to educate people about the big picture. Like this video, my last video, I highly recommend you go watch. It says time to buy the dip, Bitcoin crashes over, how smart money steals your crypto profits. I did this follow the money. I did this crypto cycle is different. I highly recommend, guys, take this pullback time when everything's slow, not a lot of interest in crypto, to educate yourself. Now, that being said, I've got some alpha for you, and it's the big picture alpha, and it's going to trigger a lot of people. And trust me when I tell you, videos like this does not help grow a channel much, but I'm not just here to grow my channel. Yes, I want to grow it, but I want to help people be successful. I want my community to be successful. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, because if I did, and I just did rah videos and FOMO videos, you're all going to get wrecked. And that's, you know, what I see in crypto from the influencers, especially the tribal ones. So I'm not that guy. If you're going to be tribal, I want you to be tribal about having correct information and making a profit. And guys, if your portfolio's down, you might want to get a different game plan. Now, I say that with love. Anyway, let's dive into the alpha in this video. Now, what kicked this video off was Goldman Sachs sent out a report. They got a lot of news coverage, and it said they are launching 3 different tokenized projects. And it really got me thinking about the big picture. And I've said this for the last 2 years, because I've always understood, and people hate to hear this, that the governments, primarily the U.S. government, Wall Street, and the legacy banks pick winners and losers. And they are going to dominate all of crypto, the bulk of it, 70, 80, 90% of it, whether we like it or not. And you can fight that and think that this new technology is going to change the world, and these nobodies are going to come out of nowhere and become the next Jamie Dimons and the next Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan's, you know, Swiss of the world. It ain't going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, if you get triggered, you should probably do some research and sleep on it. And research is not just going to find confirmation bias, going to your tribal leader and who tells you what you want to hear. Do some real research. Maybe go to Goldman Sachs website. Go do some research on JP Morgan. Go read the roadmap of what SWIFT plans to do to not be irrelevant, how to keep their dominance. Anyway, we're going to go through that. Now, as the thumbnail said, build it and they will come. Guys, that is the most misinformation I see from people, in my opinion, that just don't understand the big picture. They're a little naive of how the world works and who runs it and how the game's played. You're going to see, and I see it, and here's the triggering part, but it's okay. You need to pay attention the most if this triggers you. Like the XLM community, the XRP community, the ICP, the Kaspa community. They all talk about the tech, it's better, it's better. Well, first of all, guys, all tech in the future, once we all figure out what's important, will somewhat be the same. And whose tech are you going to use, right? That's what we're going to talk about. Now, stay with me, guys. I still own a little bit of ICP, and I have a big fat bag of Kaspa. So I'm not here to spread FUD, but I didn't buy Kaspa because of the tech that I think is going to change the world and compete with Bitcoin and the JP Morgans of the world or whoever. I bought it because I believe the retail customers believe it. And they're going to buy it, and they're going to maybe hodl it forever. And I'm going to take my profits, hopefully, which I've already taken some, and get on down the road. That's why I bought it. And quite frankly, I don't care either way. If Kaspa changes the world or doesn't. I don't care if ICP or XRP take over the world. I don't care. I care about my money. I'm looking for the best investment. You know, I'm not going to mention his name, but there's a guy that does nothing but ICP videos. And he talks about it's the best tech, it's the best tech, it's the best tech. Who cares? Wall Street doesn't care. The banks don't care. I don't care. Whales don't care. All the smart people, all the big money of the world could care less. Why does Wall Street not care? Well, first of all, if it's that great a tech, they'll duplicate it, or they'll buy it, or they'll copy it, or they'll steal the developers and create the same tech. It's just code, guys. So it's not special, right? But Wall Street are not, for the most part, now they'll play around and, you know, take money from retail, but for the most part, Wall Street are not going to invest big money, especially in a long-term investment of projects that they don't have the early advantage, right? They got in early on Ethereum and Matic and Solana, right? But guess what they didn't get in early on? Not many of them got in like on XRP, right? They didn't get in on ADA. They dang sure didn't get in on Kaspa, right? That's why you're not going to see Wall Street stacking those type projects, right? I don't think ADA will ever make a new all-time high. It could easily, but guys, you don't see the adoption. I've never used it. I've owned it. Actually, it was my very first crypto I think I bought. Maybe my second. But it's not getting the adoption. Has phenomenal tech. ICP, great tech. XRP, right? Their ledger is great. But hear me out. I know I'm rambling. But here's the problem. Even if they do have the tech, they don't make any money. They don't make a profit. XLM, it'll be 100 years probably before, if they ever make a profit that can support its ecosystem without the foundation. Same with XRP. They make no money. They'll have to do 10 trillion transactions a year, which they've never done a trillion in 11 years. But they'd have to do like 10 trillion transactions a year to support a major ecosystem. They're not going to do it. And then they got to burn up Ripple's supply. ICP, guys, it doesn't have the volume. The developers aren't getting paid from the ecosystem. Same with like Algorand. It can't support itself, and it's almost fully diluted. What do you think is going to happen? Speculation can only get you so far. And again, I say this with love. I've owned all of those. Kaspa, you can't even build on yet. It's speculation. Maybe it does have the best tech on the planet, but until you see Wall Street or the banks or governments get behind it, it's going to be irrelevant. Period. Now, how do I know that? Guys, if those projects and the tech are so good and that overrides customers, here's what I want you to compare. What's the most important thing? Customers. Give you an example. Look at Base. Base came out of nowhere, doesn't have a token, and it will be and is one of the most powerful ecosystems out there. Why? Because Coinbase is the second largest exchange in the world and probably will be the largest. They pump their own ecosystem. They have the customers. Ton came out of nowhere. How is it? And Ton will probably, guys, be a top 5 token after this bull run. How is that? A lot of people didn't even know about it. Don't think it's anything special. It's because of the billions of customers it has. See, guys, that's what people are missing. If you're already a customer, if your phone company calls you tomorrow and gives you another service that maybe some other project telephone has that's better, but they offer it to you and they just add it to your payment, well, you're not even going to do the research because you don't really care that it's a little bit better. It's convenience. Plus, you have that track record. And when it comes to money, who do you think someone is going to do a cross-border payment with? JP Morgan, who they've been in business 200 plus years, and they've been like, they're like the banker's bank, right? They're the biggest financial institution in the world. They own 39.7% of the Fed. They have all the customers. BlackRock has all the customers. Goldman Sachs has all the customers. Swift has all the customers, right? Those are the dominant players. They have the lion's share. PayPal. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? All they got to do is bring the tech to their customers. And if they never go outside and get any new customers, it's irrelevant. They just keep the customers they have. So take that to XLM, XRP, ICP, Kaspa, and I could go on and on and on. They got to go not only have the tech, which is nothing special, no matter what people tell you, and they got to get the customers, and then they got to steal the customers. It's not going to happen. And look, you'll see immediately, guys, here's what cracks me up. Why don't we see it? If ICP is so great in the whole world, if you build it, they will come. Where are they? What are they waiting on? Same with XRP. People keep saying, oh, well, it's the court case. It's the court case. I'll be glad when that court case is over. And then you tell me why XRP hasn't made a new all-time high. Then you'll be out of excuses. But believe me, they'll come. But look, tokenized assets. Now that's the new one. They've already, XRP came out. David Schwartz has said, and this is a quote, and I made a video if you want to watch it, where David said banks will not be Ripple's successes. So that payment issue and all that, and all the world's going to run on XRP rails, that's out the door, according to David. Well, now they're moving into tokenized assets. That's the next big thing. Well, what are they waiting on? Because all these other projects, JP Morgan, are tokenizing assets, right? Give you an example about who did build it and they come. Jack Dorsey with Square, right, and payments. The Lightning Network, right? The Lightning Network, and I haven't checked the numbers in a long time, but they do more in a year, I believe, than Ripple's done in payments in 11 years. And Ripple's been around 11 years. Lightning's only been around like 3.5, 4 years. And it's surpassing. See, when they build it and they come, you'll know it. Solana, HBAR, they did it. Ethereum, they built it, they came. Solana, they came. Kaspa, Render, right? You know immediately. Ton, right? I could go on and on. And the guys, I'm harping, but here's my point about this, and I know I'm rambling on. My big point is, if you just follow the roadmap of what you see and don't care, you will understand, right? When you go to Swift, when people tell you something really idiotic, like, oh, Ripple's going to take over the world and overthrow Swift. Okay, well, we know Ripple's game plan. Well, why don't we go read the roadmap of what Swift, who has all the customers, does all the transactions, what's their game plan? Oh, shit. They got a pretty good game plan to keep their dominance. JP Morgan moves, what is it, 10 or 11 trillion dollars a day in payments. Have you ever went to their website? What's their crypto game plan? Same with Goldman Sachs. They're one of the most powerful entities in the world. They just announced they're going to tokenize assets. And guess who they picked? Galaxy Digital. And I'm going to make a video about this. And I know I'm rambling on. I get on my high horse. But I want you to hear me out. Galaxy Digital. They have their own blockchain, their own technology. And guess what, guys? They have $1 billion worth of insurance per transaction. It's guaranteed. They have a safety net. Permission ERC20 tokens only. See, Wall Street's going to use Wall Street. When you're a public company, they can buy the shares. They can work together. It's a good old boys club. And I can hear it right now. People are already saying, oh, wait till Ripple goes public. Yeah, what are they waiting on? Guys, it's always tomorrow, always tomorrow, always tomorrow. Now, that being said, XRP is different than almost every crypto out there. The difference between XRP and Kaspa and XLM and HBAR is when Ripple does a partnership, they basically, their partner uses Ripple's supply. That's flooding the market. It's never positive. It's only negative. Circulating supply goes up, and the pressure, the sales pressure, increases. What you want to see, just like with, say, Kaspa or HBAR, if someone wants to build anything on either one of those ecosystems, they got to go into the market. They can't call up Kaspa Foundation or HBAR Foundation. They got to buy HBAR from the public. That's the important part, guys. That's the difference. And anyway, I know I'm rambling, but I want y'all to understand something, guys. The biggest reason I'm harping on this is if you think that tech is so important, you're going to look at crypto like the life-changing technology that it is, but you're probably looking at the wrong horse. And you're going to want to hold it because if they build it, they will come one day. See, this is what I hear every day. One day, XLM's technology is going to dominate, right? Think about this. MoneyGram, guys, is a perfect example. MoneyGram was using Ripple XRP. They said it was redundant. That's a quote. So they went to XLM, and guess what? They used Stellar Rails, and they settled with USDC. MoneyGram, the biggest project by far on XLM, doesn't buy XLM. Not bullish, right? And so the point is, guys, if you build it, they're not going to come necessarily. Now, does that mean they can't pump? Absolutely. They've already proved they could pump. But that's, again, if you ask me, XLM, XRP, ICP, the odds are they're not ever going to hit a new all-time high. They may, but there's no life-changing gains in there. Now, Kaspa will definitely make a new all-time high, and this is their first bull run. If you ask me, that's the best horse in the game. And again, I own Kaspa. I will probably own more Kaspa. But I won't hold it past the bull run. And my educated guess is, no matter how good the tech is, 10 years from now, it will not have the lion's share of anything. Either will ICP, either will XRP, either will XLM. They may get their share, but again, unfortunately, their market cap is so high, they have to get a huge piece of the pie to justify what they're worth. So that's the one thing in crypto, guys, I'm telling you, and I'm going to let you go if you're still with me. Go back, if you're not old enough to have been around in 2000.com. This is nothing new. This is just speculation, and it's going to, almost all of it is going to die. And when something's valuated at $3 billion, $10 billion, $50 billion, $100 billion, it's got to make money. Speculation is over for the smart money. So speculation will give you the first bull run. Here you go. Now go prove what you can do. Well, when you do the math, right, on XLM, it makes like $3,500 a quarter in profits. Same with XRP. I don't know ICP's numbers, but I know that they're not even remotely close to feeding its ecosystem. Kaspa you can't even build on yet. So the point about that is, guys, take your profits, you'll become the profits. All right, guys, I know I get on my high horse, but hey, I have passion and I get frustrated, but I want you guys to understand what you're dealing with. And again, if this triggers you, just sleep on it. Talk to some people that are successful investors. Talk to some people that have been around. Quit listening to these people that tell you what you want to hear. Because, guys, it's right in front of you. If you're non-biased, see, that's how you get more intelligent. You become non-biased. If someone says something really odd to you, like, hey, and I know I'm harping on Ripple again, but I've heard this 1,000 times, and you'll hear it today. Ripple's going to take over Swift. Okay. Then again, guys, if you think that's a fact, that means you definitely have not researched the Swift roadmap. If you think that cross-border payments are going to be taken over by Ripple and XRP or XLM or whoever, go look at the roadmap of who dominates now. JP Morgan, among others. FIS Global. Go look at their roadmap. And then you will realize, wait a minute, they have the same tech or better tech. They have all the customers. They're doing all the transactions. They got all the power. And I got news for you guys. When it's all said and done, and I hate this, I hate it, they're going to regulate what works for them. Period. They're going to regulate it, whether it's stable coins or staking, DeFi. They're going to regulate it just like Wall Street. You have to be an accredited investor to buy an IPO. The IPOs are the most secure, easy money-making investment in all of Wall Street. It's almost a 100% guarantee to make money. But guess what? Average people can't do it because the SEC protects them. Guys, all the stuff going on with the SEC is a weapon. It's a tool for the Jamie Dimons of the world. Period. That's why they don't lose. They call Jamie Dimon, pick up the phone, call the Fed, pick up the phone, call the SEC, pick up the phone, call the president, and they will all answer. They're not going to lose. Fed now, you have to be, it's actually funny for someone to be so naive, and I say this with love, that they think that the Fed would use XRP rails as a dominant lion source. It's not going to happen, guys. They may allow them to have a little piece of the pie and use a little bit of the rails, like 0.5%, but they're not going to dominate anything. The same players are going to dominate. All right, guys, I'm on my high horse. That's all I got. If y'all need some help with coaching, guys, it's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I think it'll help you out a lot. It will get you a game plan. It will get you a strategy, and we can get you taking profits. If you have an interest, I'll leave a link down below. And guys, watch some of my videos that will help educate you of what we're dealing with, because guys, this cycle is different, and I would definitely watch that video. Wall Street is here, and Wall Street is notorious for taking money from the dumb money. There's smart money, there's dumb money. There's insiders, there's outsiders. There's naive people, and there's not naive people. And most influencers I see in crypto are extremely naive about what they're looking at, what's coming down the pipe. They sound smart, but then when you realize how much money you've lost and how they've talked you into buying, you know, XRP in 2017 at $3, and now it's at under 50 cents. They told you for 2 straight years when the SEC law court case is over, It's going to make new all-time high, $20, $100, $1,000, $10,000. They won the SEC court case. It rallied to 82 cents. I made a killer. I made almost a 4X. I love it. I don't. And I might buy it back and do it again. But when this announcement, guys, this announcement's already baked in the cake. We already know XRP is not a security. They're just going to solidify it and make it a reality. But that's not going to kick it off to a new all-time high. Anyway, I know I'm rambling. I say this with love, guys. I want you to make money. Get a game plan, right? Get a game plan. And if you're not making money, guys, watch my next I got a video coming out after this video, and it's going to tell you why you're probably down on your portfolio and what you can do to save it and make it better. Because, guys, I know this sounds negative, but I can't be more bullish. But you got to understand who you're competing against. Guys, Wall Street doesn't lose. You know, I used to work for Bear Stearns, and I learned a lot behind the scenes of how ruthless they are when it comes to trading and all the mechanisms. They make money when Bitcoin goes up, when Bitcoin goes down, when Bitcoin goes sideways. They have all these tools, all these trades that they can put on just to keep making money from people that don't even remotely know what they're doing. They think they do. But guys, these guys went to Wharton and Yale and Harvard, which I don't like any of those schools. And I hate the fact that they have such a way of making money and taking advantage of people. But guys, it's even worse in crypto. Because now you got Wall Street. You got bots. You got influencers that buy, make a video, dump. You've got paid advertisements. They pay influencers with tokens. Then they all dump. You got ICOs. Anyway, I could go on and on and on about how many ways you get ripped off in crypto. And if you don't understand the game, and if you remotely think tech is going to win, build it, they will come. They've already built it. They're already here, right? ICP has already made its millionaires, some billionaires probably. XLM made billionaires. XRP made a lot of billionaires. ICP made probably 1 or 2 billionaires, but a ton of double-digit, triple-digit millionaires. Kaspa, very legit project, and we'll see. But no matter how high Kaspa runs, guys, and again, one of my biggest bags, that doesn't mean it's going to be around for the next bull run. It's going to be around for this one, but it's going to have to prove itself like HBAR and everything else. It's got to prove itself. And guys, we're probably 10 years from that. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. Hit that like button, come back, be part of this community. Take care, guys.